Hi Flosstube, happy Tuesday, July 14th, I think. It's Helen D. I have a phone with some battery on it. Everyone else is in the house, and we might get a thunderstorm. So we'll see how this goes. I know last time my battery on the camera died, my regular handheld camera. So I just went on to hit record, and I had charged it the last time. Turn it on, no battery, so it's not holding its charge. I'll have to figure that out, but at least that means it wasn't just me. So because my husband is home, I said, good, give me your phone, because my phone's battery or camera is terrible, and the audio gets all out of sync, and I have to edit, and I don't really have editing software. So he had like 50% battery. And it doesn't even look like I'm completely washed out, so that's nice because, like I said, it's very dark today. But I had some time and I had things pulled together, and I have a few finishes to show that are my sister's, so they're going to be headed back up to her, and I thought if I did a video today, then I could show them to you. I do have the overhead light on, so it's a little glary, but other than that, we would be in a cave. So I hope you're all doing well. Middle of July, we're getting through the month. We haven't really been doing much of anything. We have made it to the beach. I met my sister at the beach so the kids could play. We've been to my parents outside. We talked to the neighbors. That's it. What are you going to do? So I will jump in. Like I said, I have some FFOs. I have one that's mine and 3 that aren't mine. But I'll share those first. I pulled out my summer things, so if I still have enough battery, I will take some video real quick to pop on to the end of this. But one thing I do have that I can hold up, I pulled this back out for summer. I have mine on this big stand. This is Weatherwise from Prairie Schooler. It wasn't out of print, but now it's been re-released. So you can get this. I did change all of the colors. I can list the colors that I use down below if anyone's interested. Hopefully you can figure out what I used where, because I didn't keep very good notes. So this is one of my favorites, and I'll have that out through into autumn, and then I'll swap it. But like I said, I will link below. I'll list out below the colors I used. All fancy floss except a couple DMC, but it was all like one of the 3 main ones. It wasn't Victorian Motto or something that some people wouldn't be able to get. So that was my archive finish, I guess. The other new finish I have that is mine is the Hello Summer What's in My Mug from Priscilla and Chelsea. So there it is. And then I finished mine in I guess it's supposed to be an old cheese grater. I don't know. It's from Hobby Lobby. And I can just stuff some flowers in the top. And it's just magneted on. I did this one on Picture This Plus Dusk. I think I used all the called for colors. A couple of them might have been DMC because if I didn't have them, I just swapped it out. So that was fun. I put it back there. So there's a hole. So then for Donna, she has been stitching Priscilla and Chelsea's Truckin' Along trucks. She has 2 done. I know she said September was coming today in the mail, so she's going to start on that one. And I got them from her at the beach, actually, so that I could finish them. So here is, I think this was August. She found this wood piece. I don't know where it's from, but it's 8 by 10. My guess would be Walmart or Michael's because that's what she has closest to her. So I finished this on sticky board with some fabric that she had, and I used some pom-pom trim from Lady Dot. I have no idea colors-wise what she swapped. I do know she added the cats in. There were probably chickens there, and she put cats in. So that one's done, and it's on a magnet, so that she can just swap it off. The other one she had done was June. It's this one. So again, she swapped out the chicken for the cat. The same cat. I think the cat is from the July chart. And I think she's going to add it to all of them. So this one I also did just with fabric and some pom-pom trim. They have washers on the back. There's magnets on the board, so she can just pop it off, hang it up on the wall, and she's good to go. The other one I did for her, I just did today, this morning, and sometimes you get an idea in your head, and you think, is that going to work? And this one did. So I'm really excited. It came out super cute, and now I need to stitch it for myself and finish it the same way. She stitched, it's the little squirrel with the pie from the Blue Flower. It was in this year's cookbook that you get at Needlework Market. Yeah, the 2020 Nashville Needlework Market cookbook. So I had these little pie pans. I picked these up last year at Joann's, like clearance after the fact. And I thought I could use them like tarts. So I made her a pie from her pie. So it's got the side. She'll get like a little easel to hold it up in. So I finished this the same way that I've been doing the rounds that I have on my pedestals, where it's just, it's on there. I have a washer. Now, this is deep. So I had to figure out how to get it in there. So I used some old buttons and just layered them up with my hot glue, put a magnet on them so that then I can magnet this on. And I wanted it kind of down in there a little bit. So he's ready to go. He came out super cute, or she came out super cute. So like I said, now I have a cookbook too. So that's on my list of things to hopefully get done for this fall. If you hear noise other than the thunder, it is the summer of home improvement projects on my street. They are putting an HVAC system in across the street. A couple doors down, started as a kitchen remodel, then there was a toilet on the front lawn, then the roof got redone on the 4th of July, like all weekend. That was fun. And then now all the siding is torn off the house. And it's not an old house. So maybe they didn't like the color. We'll see. So those are my FFOs. I have 2 FOs that are small, 2 finished objects. I mentioned in my last video that my son's been playing a lot of Pokemon Go. So when he goes out, I like to bring a little project to work on that fits on my 6x6 Q-snap and doesn't have a ton of colors. So I finished. I've been working on these little guys. So these are from the Chock Full, the Jars series. These are the smalls that go with. So this is Mary. I did change the green. Oh, and I made the reindeer brown. The reindeer was white, so I made him brown. And then I changed the green. Honestly, I think it's just a DMC. The call for green just didn't quite show on my fabric. This is Picture This Plus Dusk, 14 count. And then because that one went so quick, I pulled out Snowy and got this one done. This one I did use all the call for. This is Frosted Sage, and in real life it is the palest of pale greens. On camera I'm sure it looks white. So those are done. I can finish those at some point. Then, what was I working on? Oh, I pulled out Harvest, the Harvest one from the Harvest jar. And I got the big flower done in the middle. But that's now been set aside for something else. So when I put, so that's all my FOs. Moving on to WIPs. When I put my summer stuff out, I have the tier tray back here, the 2-tier, and I'm like, I don't have like a lot of stitching that's small that would work on the top. The next day, Stephanie of Lindy Stitches releases these cuties. So this is Beach Dance. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. This is called Beach Dance. Mine's not in color, but they're blue-footed boobies, and they're adorable. So I started that, and then I restarted it because I started it on like it was title. Picture this plus title, and it's a light blue. You couldn't see the white at all. And there's a lot. It's not even white. It's 3866, so it's almost white. So I restarted it. This is vintage country French golden noodle, golden something. I don't know. It's just dark enough that that white is going to show up really good. So I outlined it all. That's one of their bellies. And then if we go out, I can just have this to fill in as we go. And then when it's done, that mug will come out and it will go up there. Hopefully this summer. We shall see. So that's a new start. The other things, other than that, I've only been working on Christmas. So I'm doing Christmas and July stitching. I started July 1st. The first one I pulled out was Square Dance, Christmas Square Dance from Heart and Hand. So these two are out right now. And then there's two more to come. And she had, and I already filed that other piece away, she put out on her website a free border that goes around, and you can pick your favorite 3 designs to put in it. Mine is wrinkly. So here's the border. This is Home for the Holidays. Mine is on 16 count, Picture This Plus doubloon. I'm going to end up putting the same ones in that she had in it as a model at market. So Mary and Home are on there. And then in this corner, there's one, actually, I believe it's coming out in her next release later this month. And it says Cozy, and it's these really cute winter hats. So that will go on here. And then I also, just because, again, wrinkly, I stitched Wish up. I was looking to see if that H was supposed to be lowercase or if it was capital. I guess it could go either way. So I stitched up this one, and I may stitch up Sweets, just to kind of put them all in a bowl together. So I'm waiting on that one for the other chart to come out before that one is finished. That's stitched up, lickety split. So the next one on my list should have been started last Wednesday, but I cheated and started early. Because my rules. And that was Candy Cane Lane from Brenda Gervais. I'm stitching this one on, all tangled up, 16 count Tombstone from Color and Cotton. It was a leftover piece from her Halloween box last year that she had available on her website. This is a great fabric, and I'm really hoping she kind of adds it to her line because it's a really, really nice gray. I'm using these left and right today. So that's what I have done. I have the bottom all the way up to Be Jolly. I have 2 borders, the big house and a top border. I haven't done the little candy canes. The snowman is holding one and the bird is holding one because they're over 1, which, as you know, on Ada is not fun. And this Ada tended to, like, even when I was doing the back stitching, it was hard to get like an in-between stitch in. So I may hold off. My sister said she had some tiny red and white beads that she used for Brenda Gervais, a snowman, the oval snowman holding the candy cane. She said she had some left, so I may use that instead of over 1. I wish you would know before you buy a chart if it calls for over one, because when you're an Ada stitcher, that is difficult. I also, heads up, as we all know, some designers chart everything in fancy floss, which is fine. Sometimes they don't give a DMC equivalent. That's a bummer, because some of these, if it's a designer I know that only charts in fancy floss and doesn't give a conversion, with a needle and thread being one of them, I usually don't kit it up at the same time, because I like to look at, now it's pouring, I like to look at the chart and see where all the colors are used. This one calls for Ye Olde Gold. It's not even going to focus. That bird has some legs. That's all the Ye Olde Gold was for. And Pumpkin Harvest, 2 snowman noses. Not worth it. I mean, I have them, but if I didn't have them, pull an orange, pull a yellow. You're fine. So again, I like to look at the chart and see if it's going to be used in a way that I think it's worth getting. So that was last week's. And then again, I started early because I kind of wanted to change. My next Christmas project is Wheat Santa 2019 from Heart and Hand. So this one I'm also doing on doubloon because I had a scrap. And that's where I'm at. Wow, his suspenders show up much better on camera than they do on real life. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to backstitch them. I'm also wondering, and I haven't decided, if I might leave off the house and the pole. I don't know. I'm going to do him, and I'm going to do everything in the middle first, and then I'll make a decision on if I think it needs it, if I like it without. So that's what I've been working on. I have 2 more Christmas pieces picked out and almost ready. Hello from Liz Matthews. It's the tree, the new tree, Partridge in a Pear Tree, but it might be called the First Day of Christmas tree. I have that one ready to go. And I want to start the Hands-On Design Secret Santa series, but I changed my mind on what fabric to use, and I had to order it, and it hasn't shipped yet. So hopefully that will come in time to work on the last week. I was working on a different piece on Picture This Plus Glacier, and I have the hand-dyed by Stephanie Vintage Tiffany that they're called for, but mine is the only size I could get in that was a 14, and they're big. Her fabric doesn't shrink like Picture This Plus, so it's a big 14. And I really wanted it on something smaller. And when I was working on that glacier, I'm like, that's really close to the same colors. So I ordered some glacier, and hopefully it will be here. Haul, teeny tiny bit. 2 things I didn't even bring down were the next 2 Secret Santas. I did one order from the Daily Stitcher, and I got the 2 Secret Santas. I think I got some floss. And the Hands-On Design Let's Talk Autumn, which is fantastic. This chart is amazing. So she's doing a new series. There was a winter one that came out in a calendar a couple years ago. I think it was the 2018 Keepsakes calendar. I've stitched that. From the time I stitched it, wished she had all of them because I'm a seasonal stitcher and I like everything, just swap it out. So here they are. So you get this chart, get that little cute round one, and you get this little small one. I'm going to do the big one. I pulled out, I went through my fabrics, and I had this piece that I dyed. I think I might just use this. It's gray, but it's a nice dark gray, so the white will definitely show. It's stiff because it was like tube Ada that then I dyed, so it's a little chunky. And I just pulled the DMC, except I couldn't find my DMC number 7. So I just pulled a light brown. It's like the acorn tops and the wagon, so I just pulled a brown. And this will be started very quickly. I think in August. I'll work on that. Or before, if my other fabric doesn't come. Plans, I keep doing the Christmas in July with those ones I just talked about. Chinese Zodiac, the next part of the Frost and Pumpkin chart, comes out tomorrow. I want to work on Beach Dance and try and get that done. And I need to pick up Gathering Berries by Luminous Barb Arts again and see if I can get some more work in on that. I went through last night, after I couldn't find my number 7, I said, you know, I really need to be a little better about keeping track of what floss is in what project. I'm not that organized. So I made a Google Sheets sheet. I went through all my bags and I made a sheet for each one that had the project name, what fabric it was on, and what floss was in the bag. I have 26 whips. That's a lot for me. 3 of those are kitted. Like this was on there because it's kitted and ready to go, so it had floss in it, so it had to be on the chart. So I had 3 that were kitted but not started, but will be very soon. So I need to get through some of these. Yet at the same time, I also went through my fall and Halloween charts and made a list of stuff I'd like to start this year. There's a lot on that list. Luckily, a lot of those, I'm being drawn towards smalls this year, which is great because I can get them done quicker. So that list will probably get bigger before it gets smaller. The other thing, I also, when I was doing the pie for Donna, I also have a big tube, which we should do a video sometime of just what's in my roll of things that need to be finished that are not yet. So when I had that out, I pulled out 2 ornaments, Christmas ornaments that I want to get done. I got the fabric cut out for them, and I'm prepped. So I thought if I can find a time that I can record a video while I'm doing them, I would like to do both of them with a herringbone stitch. So I could hopefully do a tutorial for you guys that would show you start to finish an ornament with the herringbone stitch, and I'll use cording and make a hanger. How I do this, how I normally do my Christmas ornaments, because I think it's just all attached and easy. So that's in the plans if we get to it. I think that's it. I felt much less rust today. That was nice. You know, 50% battery actually got me pretty far. So it seems I do still have some battery. I will take just a quick little video. I only kind of have 3 areas where I have summer stitching out. I'm in my dining room and I have built-ins on the other side. So I'll do a couple just quick videos and edit them on here and show you what I have. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. All right, you guys, I'll do, like I said, a quick little video of my summer displays. So this is one side of the built-ins that I have. Up here, this is a little galvanized planter I got at Michael's. This is my bee shelf. So I have, on the left is Humble Honey by Heart and Hand. In the middle is Buzz by Bent Creek. And on the right is Pocket Round Bee by Heart and Hand. And then over here, that I don't remember the name of, but it is Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And I used a colander with some flowers, and it's on a barbecue skewer, and I just jammed it in there. And then down below is Summer Row from Bent Creek. I love these little seagulls. Those came from Target last year. On the other side's shelves, up top, we have another seagull. That is Summer's Signpost from Bent Creek. This is another of those planters. The piece in the middle is Prairie Schooler July without the words. And then the little ones are from, it's another Prairie Schooler Sunny Days. This is the one that I finished last year that I have my knot on the bottom. I need to raise it up just a little bit in that bowl so you can see it. And then down below, whoops, didn't mean to zoom in. These are the two I recently finished. Summer Nights is Frosted Pumpkin, and that is Summer Lineup from the trilogy. And then on this side in the back, I have Catch a Wave, and that is Hands-On Design. And then out the window, there's all the workers. There's our tiny garden. It's getting there. And the last spot I have is the little storage stand behind me. This is, it's an old freebie from Sue Hillis that I know is a little hard to find. It's not on her website. I think it's called Watermelons All the Way Down, if it even had a name. There's Easy Peasy by Frosted Pumpkin. Hello Summer by Chelsea and Priscilla. And up top, I do have The Summer by Priscilla and Kathy Haberman. This is one of the original ones from, I believe it was 2016, the Just Cross Stitch magazines. So they're all out. Thank you guys so much.